Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions and welcome to your Sun Sign Daily Love Connection readings. Today we are on June 22nd, 2021. So, dun, da, 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 Mercury retrograde in, I was going to say Pisces. Forgive me, not quite. See, the shadowy thing still remains. Mercury retrograde in Gemini has stationed direct today. So, even though it's direct, it takes a couple days and then about a week for the shadowy kind of dust to clear, if you will, the momentum to build up, because it's been in a what appears to be reversed position, meaning that we go more inward with retrogrades, and that there's a lot of things that during Mercury retrogrades, like all the year round, except more accentuated, with communication mix-ups, just misunderstandings, or not being able to communicate in the way you want for whatever reason. I mean, there's a variance there. Definitely transportation issues or delays, in your plans or travels. I always say the key words for retrograde of all kinds is complete flexibility and openness to that, and kind of that feeling of, cool, I wonder what's going to come in, because I know I don't have control over what I want to in this case. So I always use my life as a reference, because it's the one I'm aware of the most, I guess, at this point, and that is that I take notes. And interestingly enough, because it was in Gemini and I am a Libra, and we are on the featured sign of Libra today, so hello all fellow Libras. I noticed that it was not quite as difficult. The energy was a little more complimentary, if you will, less challenging, although all the variables happened that I mentioned. Yes, I had my clients rescheduling fairly often. It happens in the shadow period right off the bat. No transportation issues though. Had those the last at least two, and that was taken care of. So that's what you want to do, right? If you have little hints about something going wrong with your car, or you're finding out that your stop at the bus is not going to be there because they're making a detour and all that, you work around it. You kind of look into the details and figure out, okay, this got to deal with it. So, I mean, there was a time 2 years ago they were working on our street for about 2 years. So that started in a retrograde and then just kept going for each retrograde. But it's done. And then you work around it and you get familiarized with it, and then before you know it, it's over. So we're in that phase, but it's going to take about a week or so. Let's say the first week of July. And so you're the featured sign today, Libra, and I'm not going to talk a lot because I'm starting later today due to my work, and I just want to really get to the heart of the matter, if you will. And what I like to do is pick the two sun sign connections, one being you as the featured, and I go around my zodiac wheel. We're on the second half of the month readings. Whenever you watch this is perfectly fine, and there's no set time, and the messages are every bit as important, and loving and sent with the idea to inspire you and to lift you and to perhaps open your mind to circumstances and heads up kind of things that might be a part of what your reading's about. So I'm going to pick the highlighted with you, as I always do, spiritually guided message. This is random and I don't know, and sometimes we'll get 2 or 3 of the same highlighted with each different featured sign throughout the month. I think last month in particular, no, it was this month. Well, the beginning of the month, the first half, so many highlighted in water. That's because we have Jupiter, which has actually gone retrograde, but still everybody's, well, not everybody's powerful in a different way, more once again internal. And it's in the sign of Jupiter. It's in the sign of Pisces. And so this is love, this is heart, this is emotion. And that's not something that Libras are necessarily known for. They're known for their mind. They're the air sign. We're air signs. We have this really important masculine part of us that wants to think and really figure things out. I personally, and I think it's because I have water in my chart as well, I love the human psyche. I love figuring out why people are together. And that was what started me with astrology and the compatibility. Just watching and just being a people watcher and really learning from people, and listening to people. And that didn't happen when I was younger. It was all, I could talk a mile, but I love to listen now. I love to really understand people to the best of my ability. I like to be as fair as possible. This is a definite issue with me. I actually have 4 planets in Libra, and with in addition, including my sun. So when things aren't fair, I get, oh man, it's just like, what? And not just for myself, but like, I don't like to see or be in a circumstance or without the fairness happening. And I've been around that most of my life, and I do speak up about that. So yes, I love to get along. I love peace. I love tranquility. I love relationships of all kinds, and I'm sure that most Libras feel that way. And it doesn't have to be just love, but most of the time it is. It really is. You know, we're ruled by Venus, and Venus is all about love, and it's the feminine side of us that wants to just open our hearts and just please that person so much and work around it in any way we can to accommodate, and sometimes to a point where we lose ourselves, right? And that's an imbalance, which is not good for us. So we got to pull ourselves back into balance mode. And as we get older and mature, and we recognize and we listen to our spiritual side, and we meditate, and we learn, and we hopefully learn using our mind and our logic and the things that love really have nothing to do with, right? But yeah, just do what we can to make things fair. You know, seeing other people's point of views is central in relationships. I love beautiful things. I love to feel good. I love to look as good as possible. Of course, as you get older, you're like, well, I'm not going for a facelift, so okay. I love you, MaryAnne. I do. I love you as you are. This is you. And I kind of see who you were. Yeah, you're cool. That's all good. But feeling good inside. Loving what I'm doing. Loving doing readings. Loving being a massage therapist. Loving the energy work I do. And just actually feeling like this is where I'm supposed to be, you know? And I've been this way for a while, but it took a while. I've done so many different occupations. So there is a duality in Libras a lot of people don't speak about, but it is the constantly wanting to balance of the scales, you know? And when they're not balanced, it's not our best side, but we do what we can, and we all do our best, and we're good just as we are, and with our faults and our, you know, our challenges and so forth. So I'm going to pick and Spirit is going to help me pick the highlighted connection for you today. Okay, Libra? And well, it's right on you again. So let's see what else we can do. Sometimes I absolutely do read to the same sign, because that happens all the time. I was married. I've said it before on my channel. I was married to this Libra as well. And, oh, Taurus. Okay. Well, my cat's a Taurus, and we've been together 1 full year. I just got him a prize today. And that's why I actually picked out this for the second half of the month readings. I have changed the tarots and the oracle like I always do from the beginning to the mid-months, but the mid-months this month, just I felt like with the Gemini energy and the eclipse energy of Gemini and the duality and the mutable aspect of let's try this and let's do that and what about that, and hey, you know, just constant ideas spurring in and leaving and coming and new things and beginnings, and these eclipses like the Sagittarius full moon and the new moon of Gemini are really going to be with us for some months to come, and things will be revealing themselves. If they haven't already, you've gotten an indication of what these changes are going to be. I feel like they're extremely positive for Libra and air signs in general. One of the eclipses being Gemini and air, and then the fiery aspect of this truth-seeking Sagittarius, which has always been one of my favorite signs, I'll be honest. Just always been around them in my life. And so it feels good. It feels like, yeah, I'm ready to have the change. I know a lot of us are. And I've been picking a different tarot deck for every single reading, and I just went directly to my cat tarot because, well, I love my cat. I love cats. I love animals. And we're in the season of Cancer, and Cancer is all about taking care of and nurturing and the people they care about, the animals they care about. Like I can envision people I know that are Cancers, both men and women alike, no gender association needed, just like, you know, having these feral cats that they tend to, and just being that mother figure to even animals, you know, because a lot of us aren't mothers to children, but our animals are our children. Let's get real, right? So I love this deck. It was a gift, and it's purple. I'm not wearing purple today. I was feeling the fiery energy of Leo being in, Mars being in Leo, I should say, because boy, I love that. Energized, feeling, you know, strength and motivation, and I've wanted to, and I do certain days and then I don't, and it's been waning, and I know the Mercury retrograde has a lot to do with that, but that's changing. I'm actually moving my business up the street this weekend, so there's a change there. And it's a better place, and it's just, there's so many wonderful little gifts coming through, and I'm open to them and I'm appreciative of them. So the Taurus is the earth element, and you know, Taurus is the fixed sign, basically, you know, kind of stubborn, but very set in their ways about wanting to be regular, be structured, be grounded, be calming. You know, they are ruled by Venus as well. So this is really cool because both you, Libra, and Taurus are ruled by Venus. So there is that connection, and it's about the senses and feeling good, like I said, and the magic that Venus can bring to us and our relationships, and just that sprinkling of dust, you know, and the luxury we like to live in, and the ability to have that aesthetic within us that's kind of innate for Libras and Tauruses, where they can just kind of make things look, you know, kind of like, what do they call that? Shabby chic or something. You don't have to have a ton of money, but you have that eye for it and you have that keen sense. There's many interior decorators or people involved with creators when it comes to Libras, and certainly Taurus. So you have that. And Taurus is, like I said, a fixed sign. You're a cardinal sign. So you initiate the beautiful season of autumn, Libra, and that's once again the balance, just the fair amount of light in the day and the dark, whereas now we have a whole lot more light, which I love, but I also love fall. And of course I would as a Libra. I just always thought, wow, I love spring and I love fall the most. And so there's this really kind of beautiful grounding energy. There's a sense of wanting to do things that are more natural now. You know, there's this humility, I think, that comes with the energy of a earth sign, whether it be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, because they just really work hard, and they're earnest, and they're, you know, reliable and loyal, and you know, they're just like big cuddly bears sometimes. I always find that to be true, and they're usually good at amassing a lot of wealth. So I mean, and travel and nature, because I know I love nature, and I grew up kind of in nature, so I think that's a big part of it. But I find so much pleasure, especially in the last year when we weren't able to be doing much of anything else. I love looking out my window. I just look at the trees and I listen to the birds, and I was able to get into my garden and do things I hadn't prior to that in many years. And it just automatically makes me feel good. So I like this energy for you, Libra, with Taurus. And I will mention there's a full moon in Capricorn on the 24th, which is only 2 days. You might be feeling that energy now. That's about success. I mean, the main personality traits of a Capricorn is success, working through challenges, ruled by Saturn, which is very, you know, steadfast and, you know, just boom, gonna get it done, gonna make it happen, you know, not gonna stop, no challenge is too big, I am the goat, I will ride that terrain and that mountain, like, you know, and get to the other side. It will be no feat for me, and I will be solemn in doing so, and I'll be in the background. I don't have to have that much attention, but I do want that success, and I do want the money, and I do want my material world to be extremely luxurious. And, you know, maybe that's the things and the thought process you're going through now, Libras and Taurus, that'll probably help you in that regard as well. Maybe a lot of Libras like myself thought, yeah, I'm comfortable, so I don't have to be a multimillionaire. And now I'm thinking, why not? Why not? I would give most of it away anyway, so I'll take it. I'm not saying no anymore. Wish upon a star, wish upon a dream, and just watch the miracles coming through, because it's kind of a miraculous time in so many ways. And I know you hear me saying that thinking, what are you talking about? Well, being alive in these unprecedented times in itself speaks volumes to me. So I'm cherishing it and watching us get through it and have that strength, and it's beautiful. So let me read the 3 categories, specifically catering to these highlighted connections of Libra and Capricorn. But if you're not a Capricorn, and you're thinking, I love Libra, I have a lot of friends in Libra, I'm in love with the Libra, but that's not me. Stay tuned, because I have 2 oracles, and it's for every Libra and every one of their connections, so that everybody watching has some message that they may very well resonate with, and it might be just for you. You never know. You may resonate and you may not, but go back to the beginning of the month readings too, Libra, because, you know, they can really tell you a lot as to what's happened since then and where you're going a lot of times, especially with all the changes. And there have been a lot of changes. So the first category is going to be that of overall energy for you and what brought you to this reading today. And you have the Queen of Cups. And that's beautiful, because that is the element of water. And the Queen, as opposed to the King, really just means that we're more about our feminine duality right now. We're really more about our heart and our ability to really listen to our intuition and recognize our gifts and our ability to sense and feel if we really, really listen and we're quiet and we spend time in nature, or we take the time to stop for just a moment and take those deep breaths with this beautiful Taurus, you know, companion, friend, family member, work partner, lover, what have you, all inclusive in my readings. But also the fact that we're in the season of Cancer, you know, absolutely perfect. Feeling at home, feeling like you want to maybe add to your home in some way. I mean, it could be with a family member, or it could be with just redecorating or releasing and getting rid of things that you've had for a long time. This is the energy of summer, the cardinal energy of Cancer, you know, getting things done and keeping busy and helping to just make everybody feel comfortable. You know, that's their main deal. And look at this picture. You know, then on the kitchen countertop, just like, yeah, this is where I belong. Feeling good. You know, don't need a lot. Just want to be around people and circumstances and things that make me feel good. And there's a lot of sentimentality when it comes to Cancer, so you might be feeling that way. And even though we have this grounded energy, and the full moon is going to be the strawberry moon, it's going to be brilliant, it's going to shine light on everything we need it to, it does still create energies of emotion. So even in the earth signs, so just be aware of that, and don't think you're crazy, and know that, you know, the water represents the water in all of us, and the way the moon affects us in that way, as it does the tides. You know, we're going to feel it. We're going to be drawn to that feeling. Certainly Cancers, yeah, they have that gift. They are ruled by the moon, by the way. So they fully understand that, and they tend to want to retreat after that type of thing, because they get emotionally affected by all the different things they feel. The psychic element to themselves, and the hunches and intuitions and things are at the forefront right now. So if you have any water in your chart, you'll really notice this. But I love this. This feels just like it's just very loving and accommodating and calm. Like you feel more calm than you have in a while, because I feel like people are thinking, I think I need to feel calm. I think I need to just stop worrying at this point, because our bodies can only take so much. And boy, does that break down your immune system more than anything. So let's go into the second category, Libras and Tauruses, which has to do with the possible blessings or obstacles. So you start out really good, because you got that loving energy of feminine and caring, and in a heart-centered, emotional kind of energy, feeling content with this relationship, with your life, with your, you know, with your ideas and your creativity and such. Pisces and Jupiter and Pisces being a very accommodating sign for the season time of Cancer as well. Well, you have the, what is this? The Ten of Pentacles. I love these cards so much. The 10 is like the ultimate, okay? The 10 is all you need. It's like it goes from this comfort of, ooh, I feel good, and I want to share that, and I want to listen to all the things that I have that can make more beautiful, amazing manifestations in my life. I create that. I want to share that. I want to feel that. And I will share, and I will express how I feel, and I will write down my dreams, and I will believe that I'm worth all of this, because I care about security, and I care about stability, and I want to have that, and I deserve that. And that's the earth element of Taurus right there. Wanting to share that with you too, Libra. Perhaps you know of a Taurus and you're thinking, wow, I didn't really realize that they felt that way, or you know, I mean, is this what, am I just thinking I'm feeling this way? Well, the retrograde kind of confusion in the mind and might have you off a little bit on your intuition, but yeah, somebody's thinking highly of you and wants to share all that, and long term, not just like, yeah, let's go out and have a little fun tonight or whatever. No, this speaks way more than that. And you've got that beautiful, you know, archway into the house that's wooden and secure and strong, and it's beckoning and welcoming you, and you want to really to receive that. You want to see what that feels like. If for those of you that might be single and you haven't had that in a long time, or the ones that have been in relationships and you want to definitely level up in some way. I don't know. Add a child, maybe. Add a getaway home. You know, so you can go out into that nature aspect, you know, more often and have time and place of peace for the two of you. I think you work really hard. I think you both do. And I know that we all need those vacations, staycations, whatever they are. But this is the real deal. So kudos to you. And let us see what the third category, which has to do with money. But this is just incredible comfort in finances, in your health, which is, well, that's my sense of wealth, to be honest. And I will spend most of my money on catering to this and eating the proper things and getting the supplements that work for me because I need to, and I'm doing the work that I do. It expends quite a bit of energy as a massage therapist. So let's see what the finances have to say, because so far, pretty special stuff. Wow. I'm loving that, and that's what's in the air, that's been in the air, and I think if it is a single person watching this, that you're going to be surprised at take invitations right now. Go with the invitations, you know, people are going out and doing more things now, so you may be like, I don't know, I don't have anything to wear, or anything. Libra, don't, you look good regardless. Just make that effort to get out, okay? I think it's really important. So, okay, so the finances is the major arcana, the Hanged Man. Kind of self-explanatory, but interesting because the Hanged Man represents, as does the High Priestess, the sign of Pisces. So see how much energy and magic Jupiter in Pisces has had and does have and will through July 28th. So yeah, just recognize things that haven't been going well that are finally healing in the weeks and months ahead. Recognize a different perspective perhaps of what you had been thinking all along. This Hangman is kind of holding pattern, if you will. Maybe waiting just a bit longer for some financial news. I personally am, just so you know. I'm not just making it up, just finally got a little bit of information last week and had to make a signature on something, and now I'm waiting, and I'm just thinking, wow, I've been waiting since like February, so there you go, perfectly in line with what's happening in the world and so many of us. Don't give up, and realize this different perspective, and this Hangman is actually quite comfortable because he's being content, guarded and loved and supported, I should say, and protected, and it feels good. It's like you're letting go and you're releasing. Let go and let God. And yeah, you'll be doing just fine with the Queen of Cups in the love department, and just feeling very, very creative and wanting to use those juices right now. They're really starting to build and to grow. You can feel that. And then the 10 of Pentacles, my goodness. So yeah, take it easy. You'll be hearing information. It won't be long. You know, these retrogrades make a difference, but also, like I said, the eclipses really have a lot of information, and having it been in Gemini for you, Libra, is your fellow air sign, so you're going to be really motivated to talk and to connect more and to get out and to inspire others and to really just feel your best, you know, and accept how strong you really have been through this last year plus, as we all have, and just feeling grateful. I know you do, you know, and just sitting and just taking those deep breaths, taking good care. I am going to finish this highlighted connection reading with the rune that I've been adding now, because I like it. It just culminates the reading so beautifully. And sometimes it's just so incredibly synchronistic with what's been spoken about so far. So you got one that has nothing. I'll put that on there because that just lets you know that you can just be, you can imagine anything like the Fool, right? The zero that starts this journey of ours. And the whole reason they, you know, the whole background of Tarot is just the journey that we go on. So the real other one is what I look like. It looks to me like a U, but I'm going to double check because I'm learning these and I want to memorize them at some point. And I do it by doing it a little bit at a time, you know, step at a time. Being patient. I got that from my good compadre, the Taurus, who taught me patience. And I'm going to set it right on this second category with the Ten of Pentacles. Woo, and see what it has to say for you, what the messages are. So the U, is it an actual U or is it put in a different, oh, okay, in the book, it's number 2, which is partnerships and romance and fun and, you know, connections. And it actually is facing this way. So I will put it the way they have it facing in the book. Number 2 is Euros, and that's U-R-U-Z. And we're going to go inside and read a little further about what Euros has to say in regards to you and your special. And I put it on the second, you know, possible blessings or obstacles. Clearly, you have blessings with the Ten of Pentacles. You may have an inheritance as well. I mean, Spirit just told me to say that. I'm being honest. This is the time. It's fated. It's kind of destined, and there's a lot of amazing, unexpected kind of energy that's happened with Uranus in the sign of Taurus, in this connection. So Uranus is all about freedom and unexpected surprises and amazing life-altering, you know, opportunities and things that come in out of nowhere. And it also works the other way, like last year and what happened to us, where we were all kind of just held captive, basically. Well, for everything that goes down, it goes up, and then so forth. We're on the upswing. I mean, I would love to hear something phenomenal happens, or even the smallest things, because it's kind of exciting, you know, when you just say, show me the best, you know, I'm open to it all. So number 2, Uranus, says, the word associated with is primordial force. Primordial force. I feel like that's gut, that kind of gut, natural, just parts of us that just want to just go for it, you know, and it's being brought through the energies of the planets, but also within ourselves, and just, it's innate. It's the animal, it's the cats, it's, you know, how they have that feline kind of, and there's the Leo aspect, right? Because there's a lot of Leo energy with Mars and Leo, and eventually I think Venus, it's going into Venus pretty soon, and it's just, you know, passion and love and power and, roaring like, you know, the lions do. The time frame is between July 14th and July 29th, so it's Cancer. Going into Leo. How funny. Well, you know, Spirit's crazy. It's always very synchronistic, but the response is, and the words associated are freedom, power, frenzy, passion, oh yeah, conquest, primordial, you know, progress, courage, risk of failure for those who exaggerate. Okay, with the energy of Mars in Leo, I'm just saying, I love you, Leos. You know I do. You're a fire sign. You're brilliant. You're ruled by this sign. Your energy, your creativity is unmatched. However, you exaggerate. Everything with you is big. You know, you don't know small. You know, king of the forest and all that, but you're generous to a fault as well. But so, yeah, don't exaggerate. Just be true, and there won't be any issues. You won't have the, as they say, risk of failure. Just be authentic and true. It's the best we can do, right? So I love that. That is pretty expressive and beautiful and illuminating, and it opens so many possibilities. So then now I'm going to read your oracle message, which is the wisdom of the oracle by Call It Baron Reed. And I love these. They're simple and they're very, very, I find them encouraging and sent with absolute love. expression of wisdom from the oracle divinations, you know, encouraging us and reminding us of just how wonderful and powerful each and every one of us are. So your beautiful message, Libra, for today and onward for the rest of the month, and maybe longer. Soulmates. Okay. Well, I kind of got the drift of that with the old Queen of Cups, because that's all about the heart in Cancer season. And then you've got the Ten of Pentacles. That's just like the ultimate in feeling just so blessed. And like you've met this person that is just, you know, he gets you. And you get him and her, and it's, you know, it's just a beautiful feeling. And it doesn't come all the time. And you got to just take it and just embrace it for everything it is. It's number 41. 4 plus 1 is a 5. We're in a 5 year. We're in the year of change and challenge, you know, and resetting our life from last year. So challenges motivate a lot of people. It certainly motivates me. Some of them I don't particularly care for, but they're there anyway. And my goal is to get through them. And one by one, you know, we do. And it feels better. We're stronger. We've got that energy working for us from Leo. And then we got the love. And I mean, what else do you need, you know? So fantastic. I'm going to read to you what it says specifically, though. And it's number 41, like I said. So we'll get this through. If you've not subscribed or liked or shared, I would love and appreciate that you do that. That is a wonderful way to support my channel. And remember, the subscribing and pushing that button does not cost anything, and you will not get inundated with emails. Nothing like that. Just a follow. It's a kind gesture. YouTube likes it because the more people that do subscribe, the more they're going to work with me, and that's where I'm going with this. You know, it's helpful. Everything else is free. I'm just here doing this because I love you, okay? And I love sharing the messages. So if you feel so inclined, I would greatly appreciate it. And I appreciate the ones that have. Thank you for coming back. Essential meaning for soulmates: harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. I love how they word that. That's beautiful. The oracle message: you are meant to evolve and transform with the company of others. Of course you are, Libra. That's your main claim to fame, really. You're not okay or balanced without some form of connection. It's just the way it is. I'm not saying you're not able to be without people and you don't like your downtime and your alone time. I know that. You're independent. You can be alone, but you love connection. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity, which was just brought up with the soulmate, you know, and just being your true self. I like that. It is also a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too, and I've had that. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. So that's been one of my, I'll just share with you, that's been one of my main prayers is please connect me with more people and the more ability to converse and have fun and get out again, you know? That means so much, and I'm sure you're feeling that too. Well, this is the time, and it's happening. We do have to make that effort, though, in some small way, right? So it's happening, and it's just being patient and knowing that it will come to you if you put it out there. It absolutely will. Final message is the Oracle deck that I have, which is the Super Attractor Manifestation deck, which allows you to manifest the life that you want by those good feeling kind of energies you put out, because that's what comes back. It's a reciprocal thing, like it's said in the soulmate situation, so that's beautiful too. And yeah, just believing, feeling, and making your life exist the way you want it to. Okay, and accepting the outcomes aren't always exactly as you choose. When I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never felt before. That I've never known before. I think that says everything. It does. It's just that humongous. Is that a word? well, it's there for the taking, and we all can partake. So I hope that you do, and I hope you will say this over and over and watch the changes that occur from the inside out. Your energy levels change, everything starts to change, and it's a beautiful time for change. So it looks like you've got some wonderful things in the horizon. Come on back next month. We'll have a whole new set of couple readings for you, and take extremely good care. I hope everything comes true for you in this wonderful reading. And until next time, thank you and bye for now.